Lincoln Navigator 2017. On April 12, 2017, the fourth generation 2018 Lincoln Navigator was introduced at the 2017 New York Auto Show. As with previous generations, the fourth generation remains the Lincoln counterpart of the Ford Expedition, offered in both a standard and long wheelbase configuration, Lincoln Navigator L. As before, both 2- and 4-wheel drive versions are offered. The fourth generation marked a significant shift in the exterior styling of the Navigator, as it adopted styling features of the 2017 Lincoln Continental. In another major shift, the model line adopted aluminum body construction. The fourth generation Lincoln Navigator uses the Ford T3 platform, developed under the U554 code name. Retaining body-on-frame construction, the Lincoln Navigator and Ford Expedition were engineered alongside the 2015 Ford F-150. The four-wheel independent suspension configuration was retained, with a redesigned rear suspension layout. Shared with the Ford F-150 Raptor, the Lincoln Navigator is equipped with a 450 horsepower twin-turbocharged 3.5 liters EcoBoost V6, although Lincoln has ended its use of the EcoBoost nomenclature. The highest output engine ever sold by Lincoln, the 3.5 liters V6 is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, replacing the previous 6-speed automatic. Entering production with only minor differences from the Lincoln Navigator concept vehicle shown at the 2016 New York Auto Show, no inclusion of the gull-wing doors and stair-style running boards, used largely for display purposes. The 2018 Lincoln Navigator adopted several design features from the 2017 Lincoln Continental, including the style of its headlights, taillights, side vents, and its front fascia, with a large rectangular grille and a centered Lincoln star emblem. While sharing its roofline and side doors with the Ford Expedition, in the style of Range Rovers, the B, C, and D pillars are blacked out for a floating roof effect. As with the 2015 Ford F-150, the body of fourth-generation Lincoln Navigator and Ford Expedition was designed as a part of a shift to aluminum body construction, with the use of steel largely reserved for the chassis frame rails. Nearly 200 pounds lighter than the previous generation, the fourth-generation Navigator is physically larger than its predecessor, with a standard wheelbase configuration gaining 3 inches in wheelbase, while the long wheelbase L gaining nearly an inch, becoming the longest wheelbase Lincoln ever produced excluding the Mark LT pickup. In terms of body length, both versions were shortened approximately half an inch. Shared with the Lincoln Continental, the dashboard of the 2018 Lincoln Navigator replaced a conventional console, or column-mounted shifter with dashboard-mounted buttons and paddle shifters. For the first time in the model line, the fourth-generation Navigator offers a head-up display along with a 12-inch reconfigurable instrument cluster. The fourth-generation Lincoln Navigator continues the same trim line introduced in the 2015 model update, with Premier, new to the Navigator for 2018, as the standard trim, Select as the mid-level trim, and Reserve as the highest trim level. Each is powered by a turbocharged 3.5-liter V6. 450 horsepower, 510 pounds-feet of torque, and comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Alongside the revival of the Continental, the fourth-generation Navigator marked the debut of the Lincoln Black Label series. A series of vehicles with interiors and exteriors coordinated around a theme, similar to the designer series Lincolns and Continentals of the 1970s and 1980s, the Navigator is sold with 3 Black Label themes: Chalet, Destination, and Yacht Club. At a base price of approximately $95,000, the Black Label edition of the Lincoln Navigator is the most expensive vehicle ever sold by Ford Motor Company, with the exception of the Ford GT.